At that moment, Lu Jun's body shuddered, and he suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood. His energy drained, and his spirits seemed utterly depleted. Dustin's simple flick of his fingers had not only shattered Lu Jun's sword but also sent a powerful shockwave through his body, injuring his internal organs. On top of that, the enhancement serum in his system was gradually wearing off. Now, he had returned to his original state, his strength completely exhausted. His once muscular frame deflated like a punctured balloon, rapidly withering away. His face aged a full 10 years in an instant. Let alone continuing the battle, he could barely even stand. He's finished. Now it's your turn. Dustin slowly turned his head, shifting his gaze toward General Lewis. General Lewis frowned, his expression growing solemn. The power Dustin had just displayed gave him a deep sense of danger. If they were to engage in a direct fight, the outcome was uncertain. But the real issue was that he was only one step away from escaping West Lacosia and reaching the Lighthouse Nation, where a life of freedom and luxury awaited him. Unless absolutely necessary, he had no intention of risking his life in battle. Humans are like that. When faced with desperation, they can summon unimaginable strength and determination. But once they see hope for survival, fear creeps in, and they hesitate. Young man, you and I have no personal grudges. There's no need for a life-or-death battle. Either of us will gain anything from it. If you asked me, why not talk this out? It'll be beneficial for both of us. General Lewis narrowed his eyes as he spoke. Oh? And how exactly do you propose we talk? Dustin smirked, amusement flickering in his eyes. To put it bluntly, you're just doing this for money, aren't you? Well, I happen to have more than I could ever spend. General Lewis began his persuasion. If you walk away now, I'll tell you where my treasure is hidden. There's enough gold and jewels there to last you 8 lifetimes. Sounds tempting, but how do I know you're not lying to me? Dustin raised an eyebrow. I am a man of my word. My reputation in West Lacosia is well known. Why would I need to lie? General Lewis spoke with conviction. Besides, I'm leaving West Lacosia soon and never coming back. These riches are useless to me. I might as well give them to you as a goodwill gesture. What do you think? Let me think about it. Dustin stroked his chin, pretending to ponder. Seeing this, General Lewis felt a surge of hope and continued to press his case. Young man, opportunities like this don't come often. This is your chance to become rich overnight. With that kind of wealth, you can live a life of luxury anywhere in the world. You won't have to work for anyone ever again. You make a compelling argument. Dustin nodded approvingly. So, where is the treasure? You agree? General Lewis's eyes lit up. Of course. Only a fool would turn down free money. Dustin's answer was crisp and clear. Excellent. You really are a smart man. General Lewis finally smiled. He reached into his coat, pulled out a sheepskin map, and tossed it over to Dustin. This is a treasure map I personally drew. With it, you'll have no trouble finding the treasure. Dustin unfolded the map and saw that it indeed depicted a detailed treasure location, hidden deep in the Kanglan Mountains within West Lacosia. You're quite clever, hiding your fortune in the mountains. Dustin tucked the sheepskin map away. These riches had been plundered from the people. Now, they would be confiscated in full. Had to be careful. General Lewis chuckled. A man in his position knew better than to put all his eggs in one basket. Although he had a fortune stashed away in his home, the majority of his wealth had been buried in the Kanglan Mountains. That was his insurance, his foundation for starting over. He had planned to retrieve it bit by bit once things calmed down. But now, for the sake of his safety, he had no choice but to part with it. Compared to his life, money was just an external possession. If he lost it, he could always make more. Very well. In light of this treasure, I'll give you an opportunity, Dustin said with a smile. An opportunity? General Lewis frowned. Yes. The opportunity to surrender. Dustin's smile deepened. Huh! General Lewis's expression darkened. Young man, we had a deal. I gave you the treasure map, and you were supposed to let us go. Are you going back on your word? When did I ever agree to that? Dustin spread his hands innocently. I don't recall making such a promise, you little brat. Don't push your luck. General Lewis's face turned grim. I gave you the treasure map, not because I fear you, but because I didn't want unnecessary trouble. But if you insist on pushing me, don't blame me for what happens next. He had already shown plenty of goodwill, yet Dustin was still ungrateful. If he was pushed too far, he would rather fight to the bitter end.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase, keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in